Hello and welcome. My name is Peter DeRosa. I'm the CEO of Solaris Insurance Agency and IMO and the founder of the Boss Program. I want to say thank you very much for joining us this morning. Today, I have with me Tom Laffey, who is the Senior VP of Group Sales at Solaris. Tom, thank you very much for being on this morning with me.
Oh, thank you for inviting me, Peter. Really appreciate it.
So, Tom, we've got a very unique program, and you've had the opportunity of going through this a couple times with us and some of our students. And we just wanted to go over today the exciting opportunity of our BOSS program. So, is there anything you'd like to say before we get started in this?
Yeah, I've been doing this close to 50 years, and I got to tell you, this is the most concise and in depth course I have seen in all my years. You're going to really enjoy it, guys and gals.
We really appreciate that. All right. So, our BOSS program. This is our Business Owner Savings and Solutions program. That's what BOSS stands for. And this program really is centered on working with business owners. I know, Tom, you've probably experienced it as well with other IMOs and organizations. Hey, you want to make money, go work with business owners, but nobody tells you how to do it.
Nope.
Nobody tells you how to write a buy-sell agreement. What is a buy-sell agreement? I mean, it's all, very vague. That's
No,
where this program comes in. It really helps to unpack that mystery and provide the clarity to agents of what the steps are that they need to take and how to achieve success in this arena.
yeah, they fill you with a bunch of terms and conditions, and then just point you out at the street, expecting you to deliver without any information behind you.
Now, I know you've been in the group benefits arena for a long time, but for myself, really the transition came in 2017 where we were looking out and we saw the legislation starting in about 7 states where they were mandating that if you had 10 or more, 20 or more employees as a business owner, then you had to mandate it. You had to provide a qualified retirement account for the employees or else receive a penalty and the employees go on state sponsored plans. Now there's over 25 states here in 2026 that are enacting the same legislation. And what we see, Tom, is that the whole country, everything you see on your screen in gray, everything in gray is going to go this way. The only 3 states that do not have any kind of legislation or have legislation contrary to are Florida, Alabama, and South Dakota. All the rest are actively pursuing enacting these rules. Just as another real quick side bite, like Georgia, it's not showing any color right now, but in Georgia, well, this year in 2026, July 2026, they enacted it's a voluntary process now. So some of these states is still voluntary. Hawaii, they enacted it. There's no penalties in force yet, but they're coming next year. So if you're one of the yellow states, listen, the penalties are going to start next year on a lot of these cases. So this was what really got our heads turned and looking at how can we support the small business owners with state mandates like this coming down that they have to provide these benefits and others. How do we help them? Right, Tom?
Exactly. And let me tell you something. If you don't do it now, you'll be lost and left behind. You might as well jump in. This favors the people who are going to be proactive on this change. And it's a good opportunity for business owners. It increases their recruiting and retention positioning, and it saves them money. And it also protects their business as they sell or as they pass on to their children.
Absolutely. And I think, obviously, if there were enough agents and representatives out there servicing these businesses, doing the job that needs to be done, the states wouldn't be mandating this. The states are mandating because there's a void, there's a gap, there is a lack of understanding, a lack of plans in place. And so the state's going, yeah, we need to fix this hole. So the good news is that hole is big enough for an organization like ourselves and agents that we work with. There's lots of opportunity.
And you're already talking to the business owner. This is just going to expand your vocabulary to talk to them about how to transition and retire and protect the assets.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's talk about the commitment to the BOSS program. So the program, Tom, the program is going to be about a 12-week program to get started. That program is 12 weeks of training every Wednesday for about 90 minutes. The whole program lasts one whole year. And the reason we have is because we know what it takes to set good habits. Right, Tom?
Exactly. Practice makes permanent.
So to set up any new habit, we know it takes about 3 months to set up a new habit for your business, your practice. But then we want you to practice that and become a master. That's why we call it the Boss Master Class. We want you to become a master of this information and of these services, and that takes about a year of working at it, really hard. Um, we're going to be working with you on all the opportunities you bring in the first 60 days. You're going to have mentors and full engagement on those opportunities. We want you to have an early win quickly out of the gate. You're also going to have a full support of our IMO going forward for the rest of that 12 months in all your business activities, but primarily we want to focus on what we can do with business owners. Once again, our program started in 2017. We started calling business owners out in California and some of the Western states that had early enactors of these required plans. We didn't get as much traction as we had hoped, primarily because we didn't have enough agents to support it. There was more business than we could handle. Um, then COVID happened. So we had to kind of shelve things. And then we brought this back out post COVID. That's kind of the origins of our story here. So you get some expert training, you've got ongoing mentorship, and then there's more services available to the closers, right? To the producers go the rewards, right, Tom?
Exactly. And let me tell you something. I was fortunate to have the greatest mentor, my dad, in the insurance business. And he taught me everything, but he built everything around integrity. And this is what it's going to help you with. Do it right, do it with sincerity and honesty and integrity.
So let's talk about the fees here, Tom. You have anything you want to bring up real quick on this?
No, no, I think it's very reasonable. It's just, I mean, for this investment and what you can make in return, it's pennies in the bucket.
So we're asking for a commitment of $4,500 for the year, folks. $4,500 for the year. I don't know about you, but I've been a part of programs in the past where personally I had to pay 5,000. I think the biggest one I did was like $16,000 a month in commitments. Okay, we're talking about 4,500 for the year. We're not interested in charging you one dime more than we have to. We're interested in success. That's really, if you get anything out of this, it's all about success, building you up to find success in this program. So the enrollment cost is $1,500 to get your seats locked in. The balance, the 3,000, will be due over 3 installments. So our next class starts September 2nd. So you put the 1,500 in now. That locks your seat in. Then September 2nd, you're going to be billed for 1,000. October 2nd, 1,000, and November 2nd, you'll be billed for 1,000. This is going to really provide software, some marketing support opportunities that we're going to be talking about in just a couple minutes here. And this is a great way to open the doors to the business owner arena. If you've never had the training, you've never gone out and got designations to support this, this is a great way to get certified in working with business owners. On year 2, if you produce, the fees are waived. Let's make that clear. If you're producing, the fees are waived. If you're maybe producing a little bit, but not really getting numbers up on the board to really make this, a sweet success, we'll just call it, there's going to be a fee. If you're one of those agents where I'm not doing anything you want me to do, I'm just pretty much sitting there in classes learning information, but I'm not engaging, then it's going to cost you a little bit more, because we want this program is designed with limited seats so that our mentors can fully engage and actually engage you and your clients. That's key here. So we don't want to waste our mentors' times on people who aren't going to do anything. We only want to help the people who genuinely want to have that mentor help them close that deal. Right, Tom?
Exactly. And I don't know what kind of training you can get where you can actually earn money and then drop your costs along with that. I mean, I didn't get that at college.
Absolutely. So let's talk about some performance credits. So For those of you who are like, I don't want to pay the 4,500, listen, you don't have to. Bring some business. So if you have $100,000 of annuity premium and you bring it to us in the first 90 days of the boss contracting, that $100,000 will get you $1,000 of credit towards the cost. So then your cost reduces to 3,500. If you do 200,000, it'll reduce it by 2,000. If you do 350 or more, we'll actually waive the entirety of the cost. So the full 4,500 is waived. I don't know about you, but that's a very reasonable prospect. So if you're writing $3 to $5 million a year in annuity premiums, this is nothing for you, right? Those are your
Yeah.
tickets to the
Let
program.
me think about that. All right. I get the class for free, the support, and I'm making a bunch of commissions.
Makes sense to me too, Tom. So, Tom, there's a lot of different things as we talked about earlier, where you've had IMOs tell you, "Oh, go do a buy sell agreement, learn how to work with business owners because that's where the money's at." But nobody explains how. This is where, as we've looked going forward here, we want to cover a lot of different conversations with agents. We want them to have a broad understanding of the different opportunities that exist working with business owners. And that ranges from, I don't know, take two or three of these and give a quick explanation, Tom.
Well, the SIPR plan is excellent. It came out during the Affordable Care Act. It encourages businesses to increase their benefits, save FICA expenses. The employees also get FICA Bank that they can use on a monthly basis to beef up their benefits and also increase their retirement. Great way to recruit and retain. Business valuations. I've been working with businesses all my life. And I got to tell you, it starts off with a passion, and then the guy jumps in or the gal jumps in, and they really don't know the backbone of the business. But we're going to teach them what the value of their business is, how to embrace that, how to make it increase value, and make sure they understand what they're working with and how to grow it.
So we cover that and so much more. We cover defined benefits versus defined contribution plans. What's the difference? Why do we use one over the other? How do you layer them? We cover pension plans, non-qualified retirement plans. We do advanced case studies where Tom, myself, and several others, we get together and we'll bring in real client case studies and we'll show all the opportunities that the agent has to earn commissions. And number one is actually all the opportunities we have to help the client, right? That's really what we're looking here is how do we serve in the best interest possible?
Yeah, we're not here trying to reinvent the wheel. Most of us with Peter and Solaris, we've already walked this walk. Let us show you how we got from point A to point B. There's a lot of paths up the mountain. We're going to pick the best one for you.
And following that last section there, we've got corporate structure, estate planning. Listen, for a lot of people, they've never considered that if you have a partnership and something happens to one of the partners, let's just say incapacitation, where are the legal documents that guide and dictate what happens to the partnership and how it functions, right? Do you want, do you want to have to do business with that partner's spouse? This is where advanced estate planning strategies that we talk about and train on become very important to be able to offer that to your clients. TPAs and establishment of plans, exit strategies. These are all components that we teach in our 12-week course on working with business owners, this and more. But this just gives you a sample of what you're going to be exposed to. Basically, every advanced market concept that the insurance arena offers. Is that right, Tom?
Exactly. And I don't know about you, but I've had some business relationships where I can barely have dinner with the spouse of the business owner, not do business with them.
I couldn't agree more. All right. Certified. So we actually have a certification that you will receive upon completion of the class. We have a landing page that we have been building out that will be available where your picture and your certificate will be posted there, that you'll be certified as having completed the BOSS program and training. There is a designation coming in the very near future. Tom and I are very excited about this, being able to offer a designation as a part of the package. So you're going to stay connected with us for a full year. What does that mean? Well, you're going to have this 12-week class you're going to attend with us, But then after you graduate that class, if you want to come back, we do these classes 3 times a year. You want to come back and resit in the class 2 times additionally, there's no additional cost for that. So you get to have access to the class literally 3 times in the course of a year to hone in your craft, to bring in, to reinforce the knowledge that you have. And maybe something new has happened. I mean, there's always new trends and new things that are happening that we're bringing into the forefront with our business owners. Right, Tom?
Exactly. And I got an idea, Peter. How about if we occasionally bring in some experts from this field outside of the Solaris and sit there and have them speak to us? I got a few friends here in Middle Tennessee that would love to do this.
I completely agree. We do have that happen. We have our third party administrators, we have some of our vendors, our carriers that we work with, all come in and help do training classes along the way. So, yeah, they're going to be fully engaged, not only by our team, by the advanced market teams, providing the solutions that we're pushing.
Great.
All right, last component. Well, second last component here. Um, excuse me. The infrastructure is already built. Listen, you get access to business valuation, estate planning softwares. You're going to have a marketing packet. That marketing packet will give you basically enough materials for 10 business owners to start off with. Everything you're going to need to engage with those business owners. You're going to get marketing scripts that we've used, presentations, trifolds. You get all of the marketing materials to engage with business owners. We will be doing some more digital marketing. We're going to talk about that later in the classes. You're going to get access to 1,000 contacts. Either we have 2 ways of being able to get you access to those lists with businesses that need the programs and solutions that we are pitching. So the smart thing to do is to hire a call center, which we have some connections we can connect you with, to dial on your behalf to start making appointments on that. And then for those of you who are actively producing, engaging, bringing opportunities to the table, you are the agents we're looking for. We have the insiders track. For those that we see that are the cream rising to the top on this, we're going to give you access to appointments, 10 business owner appointments to 15 business owner appointments a month. That's our goal, to be able to create a constant flow of business coming in. So there's going to be some more details on that in the class. But yes, we do have internal marketing that will be available to agents to promote creating appointments with business owners.
Yes, and also we're going to show you some proprietary offerings that are not available to the general agent. These are proprietary offerings from certain carriers that are exclusive to you. And I got to tell you, we're going to teach you how to fish with a net, not fly fish for one trout. I want you to pull in 100 at a time.
Absolutely. So let's talk about the Boss Symposium real quick. So we have 3 of these that generally run in the course of the year. The next one is in October in Nashville, Tennessee. Then we will have February in Orlando, Florida, where basically we bring everybody together who's been in the Boss class in each session. And sometimes it's combined between 2 sessions. And we'll have all of our carriers come in: National Life Group, Manhattan Life, Lincoln Financial, Ameritas. We'll have different carriers that come in, and they'll present all the materials that we just taught you over the last 12 weeks. But now you're going to get it in a crash course form directly from the carriers. So it's just reinforcing everything that we're teaching you. You're going to hear it again from the carriers. And what this is showing is that everything we're teaching on these advanced classes literally is the application is ready and waiting for you. The carriers are ready for you to deploy these concepts and products right away. They already have the products in place.
Guys, gals, it took me many years to learn what you're going to have an opportunity to listen to and learn in a couple of days. It took me many years.
And likewise here, Tom. I mean, it is the culmination of my career. I started in 2009. I know you started way before me, but 2009, I got my feet wet in all of this. But along the way, I've learned so much. This is what's exciting, is that literally, I've always wanted a place where we could have these advanced concepts, taught by the carriers, and everybody actually understands what's being
Well,
taught.
my father and I started We wrote the first insurance for the first 15 commandments when Moses came down on the mountain. We also had the first loss when he dropped the first five.
Oh, mercy. Appreciate that, Tom. All right. So the first 60 days, let's talk about mentorship real quick here. So there are 3 mentors in the program currently that you'll have access to and assign one of those mentors. So you're going to get ongoing coaching calls. So not only are we having the Wednesday call, but you're going to have another call with the mentor at some point during the week to be able to see, hey, what are you doing? What's going on? How can we help you succeed in this? Did you understand what we taught on Wednesday? Do we need to unpack this a little bit more? So you're going to have that ongoing coaching with a mentor. You're going to get full case design support from our team, live call assistance. Hey, you got a prospect on the phone? That's what the mentor's for. They're there to call and respond. And if one mentor is busy and we can't make it, we have a backup. That's why we have 3, so that you have the ability to find somebody to help you get on the phone with that prospect and not let it just go by the side. There's no commission splits during that first 60-day window. That's what that fee also purchases, is that opportunity to say, okay, for the first 60 days, we're buying our mentor's time to be able to make sure their engagement is there to help you find success. We want you to close business as soon as possible. So let's
I
talk
know.
about. Go
I'm
ahead.
sorry, Peter, to interrupt you. I know if it was me, that first 60 days, I'd front load the heck out of that so I didn't have to split anything with anybody.
Absolutely, absolutely. So let's do a quick case study here, and this is just for the sake of everybody, like they don't understand perhaps what we're talking about in its entirety. So we've got a case study here with a business. This is a timber company in southern Georgia. This timber company here, we went in, little podunk nowhere, Georgia, right? A little flashing yellow light, not even a stoplight in the town, right? They make $2.3 million in the woods, okay? Cutting trees, $70,000 in tax liability that they're paying to the government every single year. We said, oh, we can help you. So we identified some opportunities to fix for them. Number 1 was a buy-sell agreement. Number 2 was a set plan to the tune of $50,000 per year. Number 3 was setting up an executive bonus plan that allowed us to fund something that's going to be a tax-free retirement income. And then we pivoted from accumulation to preservation, where we did some annuity rollovers as well with this prospect. So once again, prospect 65, owner operator. His son and grandson are also in the business. So his son, we talked with him as obviously the counterparty to the buy-sell agreement. Also set up a SEP plan for him, an executive bonus plan as well for all the rest of the income above the SEP requirements. So we had more money being able to, we could contribute to the plan. We had our buy-sell agreement, and then we had the SEP plan for his son. So we had multiple sales. We're talking just a three-man shop here. Here's what that equates to in commissions, Tom.
Unbelievable.
Tim's SEP plan for the first year is $3,500. Brent's $3,150. Carter's $2,100. We go down here to Tim's bonus plan, $62,340. Brent's $54,667, and then the buy-sell agreement of $68,134. That total first-year commission is $123,657 on a little 3-man, really 2-man, and a grandson coming into the business operation. That's not bad commissions, Tom.
No, that's fantastic. But the reality behind this is the lumber business is a very dangerous business. And this company was not protected by the broker, and these processes were not put into place. And that's dangerous. So not only are you helping them and making money, it's a lot of fun because they become your friend for life.
You're right. It is a very dangerous business, and they didn't have hardly any insurance to be able to protect their family, their business, their partnership. You're 100% correct. Now, beyond the first year commissions, what's beautiful about this business is the residuals. So for Tim, we had an additional compensation because he was going to pay him for 5 years until age 70 of $25,500 to the agent. We had Brent, who's going to contribute to his SEP plan up till 65, additional $87,075 in commissions, and Carter's up to additional $61,950 when his dad hits 65. So maybe that'll change or go a little bit further with Carter. We'll see. But we're talking a little over $300,000, right, Tom?
Yeah, I'd like to have 10 or 15 of these. So it's 3,500,000, quite frankly.
There you go. There you go. So when people ask, why do we do this? Why are we learning to be a part of this? Because of the flow premiums. Because yes, you get a good paycheck up front, but every single year you're getting money deposited in your account off of these activities.
Hey, I know that there are a lot of carriers that you have to sit and write insurance, and that client has to be active for 10 years before you even get some ownership of that policy.
Absolutely. So after the 60 days is up, their rules change. Let's just be honest. We're nice guys, but we're in business to make money, right? So after day 60, illustrations, we'll still help you with illustrations. No problem with that. Analysis illustrations, we got you covered. But if you want us to talk with the client, if there's client engagement, then there's going to be an automatic 25% upfront on the engagement. If we are talking about, touching paperwork, taking census forms, actually doing document work, where we're touching paper, the mentors are going to take an automatic 50%. But, in the example that we just gave, where it's a little over $123,000, 50% of that's still not a shabby, take home, right, Tom?
Not at all. Not at all. And just remember, guys, we're here to help. And the great thing is total transparency. I've
Absolutely.
been with a lot of IMOs over my career, and next thing I know, I'm giving out money, and I didn't even know why. This is total transparency. It's just fantastic.
All right. Once again, the average business owner is $60,000 per owner in the average commissions that the agent can make. A little over $18,000 in renewals per year in renewal income. And this is just an average. It could be a lot higher, but this is about what we've seen. That's not a bad take home, once again, for agents per business owner. Talking about single person shops. We're not talking about multi-million-dollar corporation deals. Those obviously are monster cases, right? Giant whales. But we're just talking about smaller shops, 2-3 man shops, and making a good living off of this, Tom.
Incredible. And those guys are not being approached.
So let's talk about two more things real quickly here. Premium financing. Premium financing. We have two ways that we can do this. We have the under 5 million and the over 5 million. So if you have assets under 5 million, we will go down the road of our new IRA process, integrated retirement account, and then if we're over 5 million, we can use traditional premium financing. So we have two different routes. Some people call the first one Kaizen style. It's Kaizen-ish in its approach, where a business owner can put in 30,000, but instead of 30,000, they're going to have 70,000 in assets that's available to them. And then for the second, we have our traditional premium financing, where you're going to have that value put in place of traditional premium financing and fund the client's retirement plan in completion. So if somebody's looking to have $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 in retirement income when they get there, they can have that goal tax free. We can make it happen. And so there's some real value here. So our team gets an automatic 30% write-in on the case, because we're going to know we're going to resell this case every year for the next 10 years. If we're doing the majority of the work, that will increase, that spread will increase. So if you don't want to do the work, that's fine. It will increase. You can still take home 40%. 60% will go to our team to take care of everything. But the most important thing is for you to understand that premium financing is a great opportunity. Still, 40% of a $250,000 deal is still a lot of money to take home, right?
Exactly. And all these companies are top notch. All these carriers are top notch. Heck, Midland Insurance gave me my first job back in 1979 down off of Wall Street. Great company.
So in closing up here, let's basically review this video again. If you have the time, go ahead and review the whole video again. Excuse me. Submit your 3 opportunities when you get into our class in the first 60 days. We want you to have 3 business owners ready to go or conversations to have. and then confirm with us if you're going to be bringing business. So if you're bringing business in as credits to pay for the program, we need to be made aware of that right off the bat so that we can track those particular cases as to what's going to happen. So a part of our support team here, you have Peter DeRosa, that's me. You have Mr. Tom Laffey, Pete Sr., and Clayton Duvall are all members of the BOSS support team. So here's our contact information. Reach out to us and let us know if you're interested today. And Tom, anything else you want to leave us with?
No, I can tell you there's close to over 100 years of experience here. Tap into it, guys. We're here to help. And we love to teach.
We do indeed. So with that, I just want to tell everybody thank you very much for connecting with us today. Hopefully, you see some value, and we look forward to seeing you in our boss class. Thank you.
Yes, and Nashville, there may be some special music coming your way if you join us.
We'll see you there.